welcome to my Marvel Cinematic Universe adventure, Phase 1. You're probably sitting there saying to yourselves watching this video, Rob, how's it 2021 and you have not seen these Marvel Cinematic Universe movies? Some of you may have seen last year on the channel, I did grab these Blu-ray box sets of the Marvel Cinematic Universe movies, Phase 1, 2, Phase 3, Part 1 and Part 2. And truth be told, I got them in a sale and I have never seen any of these. I did get to run some of these in the cinema working as a projectionist. I want to talk about that, but let's talk about Phase 1. I finally completed the Phase 1 movies. Let's talk about them. First one up here is Iron Man, which I do remember running in the cinema where I worked on 35mm film. I actually have a trailer, a 35mm film trailer for Iron Man. Here you can see it here. Iron Man version 2 dual trailer teaser. This is probably about anywhere from a 30 to a 40-second trailer for the very first Iron Man. Version 2 just indicates the version of the trailer, so there was a version 1 before this. For some reason, this is the only trailer and the only movie trailer I've kept from the Marvel Cinematic Universe from my time in the cinema. I didn't get to run a lot of these, but I do recall running the first Iron Man on 35mm. Let's talk about the movie. I did rewatch it here, as I mentioned, out of this Blu-ray Marvel Cinematic Universe box set. I will admit to you guys here, I am not the biggest fan of Robert Downey Jr. I think the origin story in the first Iron Man movie was pretty cool to get to see how he gets the Iron Man thing, building the suit. All that stuff is cool. It was okay for me, the first Iron Man movie. Second movie in Phase 1, The Incredible Hulk. I do recall I got to view a 35mm film print of this. We also ran it on digital in the cinema I was working in at the time. Edward Norton, I wasn't a huge fan of him as the Hulk. I actually really liked the Ang Lee 2003 Hulk movie, I believe it was, with Eric Bana and Jennifer Connelly. I really liked that. Probably looking back now, the CG and stuff isn't great in it, but I preferred that over this Incredible Hulk in the MCU box set for Phase 1. Overall, it was pretty it was pretty decent. It was okay. It's kind of on a par with the first Iron Man for me. They're okay. I kind of feel like they build a little bit better as they're going along, these MCU movies. Next one up in the MCU Phase 1 was Iron Man 2. Again, I do recall running this on 35mm cinema I was in. I remember we ran 35mm print through. I didn't go down to view the printer. I remember kind of watching from up in the projection booth from our little porthole window. Again, I'm not a big fan of Downey Jr., so it was kind of like, I have to watch this to kind of get through it. And I've seen some stuff on Twitter about that, people not watching movies because there's an actor in it I don't like and people not believing in that. But why would you watch a movie if there's someone in it you don't like? In saying that, I did kind of get myself through these. Iron Man 2, I preferred the first Iron Man to the second one, if I'm honest with you guys here. Next one up in the box set was Thor. I really liked this one. This was the first movie out of Phase 1 that I actually really enjoyed. Hemsworth is great as Thor. That's a really awesome casting there. Big fan of Natalie Portman, that's cool. Kat Dennings is in there as well, that's cool. Stellan Skarsgård. Thor kind of gets the mixture of comedy and the sci-fi kind of comic book Marvel MCU stuff. It does it really well, gets it really right, in my opinion. Thor was one of the first ones I really, really enjoyed out of the MCU movies. Captain America, the first Avenger, next one up here. Again, guys, I'm sorry, I'm not a big fan of that movie at all. I didn't really enjoy it. I felt it dragged a little bit. Hayley Atwell's in there. I like her stuff. I've seen her in a couple of TV series and stuff. She's good. No, Captain America, first Avenger, not one for me in the MCU movies here. And last but not least, the final movie in Phase 1 is Avengers Assemble. So the first Avengers movie in the MCU series here. I really enjoyed this one. Fantastic stuff. Getting them all together. I like the kind of head button between them all in there as well is kind of cool to see. But yeah, I really enjoyed Avengers Assemble, and that kind of rounds up my MCU adventure Phase 1. I'm already on to Phase 2, guys, watching the Phase 2 box set, so you will hear from me when I finish the Phase 2 Blu-ray box set, and I'll be back to make another video here. But do get involved in the comments, guys. Let me know what you think. I know Scorsese's not a big fan of the MCU movies here. I wouldn't say that I'm a huge fan either, but they seem to be getting better as we're going along here, which is really interesting. And again, I grabbed the bargain with these box sets, wanted to check them out. Get involved in the comments, guys. Let me know, have you seen any of the Phase 1 movies? What do you think? Which is your favourite out of the Phase 1 movies? I really enjoyed Thor and I really enjoyed Avengers Assemble. They would be my two favourites out of them. Iron Man, the first one, maybe would come in third place, and everything else is kind of similar for my liking in Phase 1 of the MCU. That does it for my MCU Adventure Phase 1. Thanks for watching, guys. As always, I really appreciate your support. Patreon link is in the description. Don't forget you can sign up and become a YouTube member as well. See exclusive content not featured here on the main channel. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you on the next one.